were just talking about when as a viewer, watching your first appearance on The Tonight Show, comedians come on there so often that I think sometimes you get almost dulled that they're going to come out and do the same. But you just came out there and you planted yourself and you took time, and it was, and I thought you brought the audience right to you. Now, you might have been a nervous wreck, I don't know. But we were talking off the air about how when you study comedians, you pick
well,
up
you
those
learn
things.
about timing and stuff, and of course, you know, there is a real art to, like, waiting.
Yeah.
And it's really scary because sometimes you go, maybe they're not going to, but then they always do.
Yeah.
And after they always do for a while, then you get more comfortable with your timing. But yeah, it really is about that, and like, oh, it's a two-way thing. I mean, that's how come when you get in front of an audience that just sits there, it's never a fun show because, you know, you do it for the performance and the back and forth part. You don't just do up there to stand there and yap. So when the audience is good, you're good too. I think that that's what it is, really.
Is it nice once you've established yourself that they start laughing before you say anything now? That you come out and they know that they're so sure they're going to have a good time that they're even more in your palm?
It feels really great. More than that, it is great when they come to see me instead of they just happen to want to see a comedy show.
Right.
And they come to see me, then that's great. It's great.
One thing we talked about a little bit off the air, too, was the different jobs that led you here.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you've done?
Well, I'll tell you this one story. I lost all these jobs one time when I was living up there in the mountains, and I saw that show, The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Because I was really afraid. I was one of those really crazy people that thought they were really going to get possessed, you know, after that show. You remember hearing about these people that went over to look for churches to get exorcised and all this stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, I was one of those, and so I lost like a couple of jobs there. I was a chef, and I was cutting this cheese and stuff for these, whatchamacallem, what's that French thing? The egg and the muffin and the ham with the
Eggs
sauce.
Benedict?
Yeah. So, whatever, I'm cutting this cheese,
That
and
French
I'm just
thing.
like, yeah, I'm cutting this cheese, and then I just start freaking out. Oh, no, you're getting possessed. I cut through my finger. Then I run to the bathroom. I stare in the mirror like, oh, my eyes are going to turn green. And I said,
What kind of, how old was this cheese that you were cutting?
no, that was when I was like, I wasn't married yet, but I was living with him.
Yeah.
But, boy, we both freaked out over that exorcist, and that's the reason we got married on account of the exorcist. Because we called these priests and stuff. I mean, I'm Jewish. I didn't even know what I was doing. I called these priests, and they came over to exorcise us. Well, because we both knew we were possessed, right? Because we're living in this trailer. But anyway, so the priests came over, and they told us that we were living in sin. So we went down there and got married. That's the real truth.
Yeah.
That's the real horrible truth.
I'm sure Linda Blair would feel real good hearing that. Let's go to the phones
Kind of
again.
a weird story, though. Oh, then I was
all
at
right,
window.
Hold on.
Oh.
That's all right. You go ahead.
Oh, then I used to sell clothing. I was thin then, and I sold clothing and wore clothing for a big fashionable store. Then I did their windows, and then I went and became a cocktail waitress. And while I was a cocktail waitress is how I got the idea to do comedy, because, you know, you'd walk around, you had to wear this real dumb, stupid, you know how they make you dress like a jerk and everything. And so, like, I'm doing that, and these guys are, you know, they have to come on to you because, you know, whatever reason they got, and they say things to you. So I just say things back, and they'd always laugh. And I thought it was going to be hard to... that made me feel like it would be okay to, like, say things about men and that they wouldn't kill me. So that's where I got the idea that, oh, my whole act is going to be about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go to the phones now. And there's somebody holding on. Hi, you're on People Are Talking.
Hi, Roseanne. First, I want to say you are absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
You said that fat moms are the best moms.
That's right.
I'm wondering, are they the best lovers, too?
You're damn right, honey. Why, are you fat?
Yes.
See, we are, and nobody knows that. It's so funny. See, because I've been both. I was fat, you know, then I weighed either 100 pounds or 200 pounds. I've never been in the middle. I'm an extreme kind of person. And, well, I think I'm sexier when I'm fat personal.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
She knows. This gal knows. She says, me too, she says. Why?
Yeah.
Well, because, you know, I don't know why. You just, I guess you need to be reassured more or something.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's get some more people.
Whatever.
All right. That's in the act tonight. She can't talk about it.
I was wondering, does your husband now hesitate to ask you where an article of clothing is for fear he might not
No,
know
he
what
don't
the
hesitate.
response
Oh,
will be?
no. Oh, no, he sure does not hesitate. He doesn't hesitate to drive me out of my mind like he always did before.
Who else back here?
I'd just like to say, I think we should get you behind a new women's movement and put the housewife up on a pedestal where she belongs.
That's what I said to my sister. That is exactly what I said, because, you know, and then these other movement, I don't want to put that down or nothing, but they sort of forgot about us and everything, and I was always mad at that, and I always thought, well, we're the ones that have most of the strength, just because, I mean, not to put those women down that work, but boy, that really, work outside the home. That's one thing that really bugged me when they'd always go, well, what do you do? Because, just that we don't get paid for it, that's the reason, and that's wrong. I say we should, if we do all that stuff in the house, we should rule the world, too.
Who else had a question?
It'd be a better world, I'll tell you that.
I'm going to be seeing you at the Orpheum tonight. And also, I had to tell you that my son Remy goes around the house saying, "Get serious,"
Oh, he does?
because of the Pizza Hut commercial.
Oh, how
and I'm
cute.
proud to be fat. And
Yay!
I think it's great.
That's the other thing is about this whole fat deal. You know, that's another thing that gets me. Just be fat. It's okay. You know what? 1/3 of Americans are fat, so let's just get over it and go on to the next subject now. People just dwell on it too much, you know? And you know what? These thin people out there, they are not healthy neither. They're always telling us how we ain't healthy and this kind of deal. They are starving and doing all this stuff. They're not necessarily healthy neither, so let's all just get over it.
All right.
That's my
All right.
end.
Over here, do you have a question?
Right? I know I'm right, huh?
When and where did you do your first comedy store? And were you drunk?
Was she drunk?
Where, huh?
Were you drunk when you did it?
Was I drunk? No, as a matter of fact, it took me 1 year to write my first 5 minutes of material, and I was like, I knew this place was there and it had opened. It's one of these places like you got here, you know, anyone can go down there on a certain night. In Denver, it was Monday night, and you can have 5 minutes of your stage time, and I really focused in because I thought, wow, here is a way for me to do the thing that I've always wanted to do. I never thought they'd open one in Denver. I always had these vague fantasies about doing it, but now here was a way. So, you know, it took me a year. I wrote some real good stuff, and I went down there, and I wasn't drunk, but I had to bring my sister, and she was holding the paper, and then I was telling the joke, and I'd go, and she'd go, the shopping. My sister's always helped me, and always, like, helped me a lot.
You go on tour with her all the time,
Yeah,
too?
now I'm able to.
So you're like her emotional support throughout the whole...
No, she gets the money.
No, I just,
Oh.
like, we go on tour, and
She's
I
an
get the
accountant,
money,
so
and
she gets all the money
I look
me.
for food for us.
Your forage
City, I-
for food. We'll be right back after this.